You know what I noticed? Nobody panics when things go according to plan. Even if the plan is horrifying.
Simply put, these strikes have saved lives.
Shit. Hey, Commander, this is 86, be advised.
Moreover, America's actions are legal.
If tomorrow I tell the press that, like a gangbanger, we'll get shot.
Several men walking into a North Face store at an outlet mall, ransacking the racks and bolting out, taking off with $30,000 worth of goods in just 30 seconds.
100 people were shot since Friday. 14 of them are dead.
Shootings and violent crime have skyrocketed in Chicago.
Or a truckload of soldiers will be blowing up. Nobody panics, because it's all part of the plan. But when I say that one little old mare will die...
America in shock. US President Donald Trump is vowing to do what he can to prevent mass shootings after the deaths of at least 29 people in two gun massacres.
Donald J. Trump is now President of the United States. President Obama.
Well, then everyone loses their minds.
What do you get? I don't know. When you cross the mentality of the voter and the society, the magazine, I'll tell you what to
Upset the established order, then everything becomes chaos.
You know, I've noticed a recent trend in society. The society we live in. Everyone is going around wondering why the world has gone insane. Why are things not going according to plan? The plan was that we would all live in a civilized society. We would all be progressive and live in some wonderland where different people of different cultures got together and lived in coexistence and peace. The plan was globalism. The plan was progressivism. The plan was liberal. The plan was a beautiful utopia where there was no gun violence, where there was no wars, and where nothing bad ever happened. So why aren't things going to plan? Why is everyone losing their minds over the world around them? Well, I think it's very simple. Normies don't know that we live in a society. And this is something very important. Now, if you look at the world around you, that people do not understand why there are so many shootings, why there are terror attacks, and why the world has gone mad. Well, I'll tell you. It is because the society we live in is insane. If you really look around, if you really think about it, if you really look at what the regressive people in society are pushing for, you're going to realize how crazy the world actually is. Case in point, in the West, we are expected to take in lots and lots of immigrants, both legal and illegal, some refugees. And many of these immigrants have been caught on video doing horrendous crimes. American citizens, for example, have died, in fact,
by this verdict, and justice was not served.
Not guilty on the most serious murder charges. In the summer of 2015, 23-year-old Kate Steinle was shot in the back while on a walk with her father. Police arrested Garcia Zarate, a homeless felon and an undocumented immigrant who had been deported 5 times.
The media never talks about crime committed against white people. However, when something doesn't go according to plan, because it is the plan in fact, immigrants are supposed to hurt Americans. Urban youths are supposed to hurt white Americans. That's the plan. But when things don't go according to plan, the media freaks out. If a criminal who has dark skin is shot by police after robbing a store, or charging at police, or attacking police, or pointing a gun at police, and is shot and killed, the media lies. The media makes an uproar. This is terrible. This is a symptom of white America, of racism. It has nothing to do with them attacking cops. It has nothing to do with them committing crimes. It has nothing to do with the truth. And then you have the left. People on the left who believe that children should be able to determine their gender or determine their sexuality before they even hit puberty. They believe that children should undergo surgery and be pumped full of hormones and have their genitals physically altered. In fact, if you speak out against this, you will be banned on social media. You will be silenced. You're not allowed to tell the truth. You're not allowed to talk. And you are silenced. Because that isn't progressive. The world we live in is insane. People aren't allowed to tell the truth. The left is going crazy. Children in drag, children at pride parades, children in strip bars, dancing for dollar bills. It gets worse, much worse than just media, than just society, than just the portrayal of anyone who disagrees with the clown world we live in. And how could it not be clown world where everything is upside down? The media attacks a president who's done nothing wrong for crimes that never happened. And time again, they have failed to get rid of him. They made up a story about Russian collusion, which wasn't true.
The president has claimed as recently as this morning that there was no collusion between his campaign and Russia. No collusion, he tweeted this morning in all caps.
They attack him on a daily basis. They try to impeach him for what amounts to a nothing burger. Normies don't know that we live in a society. They don't realize that the reason people are going insane, that people are losing their minds, is because the world we live in is crazy. That the media is always lying and always manipulating and always trying to censor people they don't like. Places like the ADL and the New York Times have tried to shut down independent content creators and people who tell the news. They try to shut down people like PewDiePie. They try to shut down people on the so-called intellectual dark web, Jordan Peterson, Alex Jones, Sargon of Akkad. They come and attack everyone who's just trying to tell the truth and speaks out against the regressive insanity. In a world where censorship is rampant, in a world where immigrants are causing crime and strife across the country, in a world where whether or not you are blamed for a crime seems to depend on the color of your skin, in a world with hoax hate crimes, in a world where we punish people before they even commit a crime. The FBI has gone around arresting several people for threatening posts before they even committed any crime. They destroyed their lives. They put it on their record. They charged them with felonies. They push these people away and push them further to the edge. And what will be the result of this? Will the world be a safer place when everyone who commits thought crime is put in jail because they posted edgy jokes online? Will the world be a better place when people are silenced for criticizing a certain segment of the population or any other group that is considered a protected class? Will the world be a safer place when no one is allowed to speak or have an opinion if it's unpopular? No.
I appreciate that a lot of you 4chan guys feel empowered to join the rest of us in civil society now that Papa Bear Trump is telling you it's okay. But let me send you a message. This is a blip, a temporary intifada. I know it feels good to have your worst instincts validated, but don't be fooled. Use this opportunity now that you're out of your parents' basement to meet a few people that aren't like you. You are afraid. We are not.
It will not be. In fact, you will get the opposite. More shootings, more events, more destruction, and more chaos. Because normies don't realize we live in society. And it's not the people that are insane. The world is insane. And in an insane world, expect some mad men.
Hello, operator. I believe my party's been